Hello guys, welcome to Network Beginner, and basically our today's video topic is layer 2 interface on a Palo Alto firewall. Basically layer 2 interfaces are implemented in Palo Alto firewall as well. This design basically allow the firewall to perform both security and the switching functions. Okay, and basically it is an ideal solution for small branches offices or environments without a dedicated switch, because it's also cut the cost. So the primary focus on grouping the layer 2 interfaces into VLANs and using a SVI switch virtual interface to route traffic to the layer 3, because a user wants to go on internet as well. So basically layer 2 interface is just, as you know, layer 3. If we want to go on internet, we use the IP address. But on a layer 2, if we want to talk to the same VLAN, in the same VLAN, we did not use the IP address. We use the MAC address. It forward traffic using the MAC address. So as I already told you, it saves the cost and simplify the design and still provide the full security inspection. And it doesn't act as a switch as well. What about the VLANs? Basically, VLANs create a logical boundaries. Device in the same VLAN. Mm, Suppose this is our lab basically. So these Linux in our same VLAN. So without using the layer 3, if we configure in the same VLAN, they can talk to each other. But if they won't go to the internet, then they have to use the layer 3, means the SVI switch virtual interface. Devices in different VLANs cannot communicate, as I've already told you before. But if there is a configuration like layer 3 routing, that's why we can say that, or any protocols, routing protocols, so they can talk to other VLANs as well. What about the bridge SVI switch virtual interface? It basically moves traffic from layer 2, means the local network, to the layer 3, means the internet. We can create a VLAN interface as a SVI. Okay. This is a virtual interface. It's like act as a bridges, and it enables routing and the security inspection as well. And if you want to go on more depth on our nodes, you can check that as well. Like the firewall maintains a MAC address table. On a layer 2, the traffic is forwarded, as I already told you before, based on a MAC addresses. How to configure? This is also written here. And what about the SVI interface, the switch virtual interface? It's linked to a VLAN. We have to assign an IP address. I will show you on a practical, okay? And there is a more thing here. As you all know, the layer 2, there is a by default on a Cisco switch STP. STP run, okay, which is spanning tree protocol, which is stop or block to happen layer 2 loops. So, but in a Palo Alto firewall does not participate in STP, means it does not send BPDU, it does not participate in root bridges elections. It transparently forwards STP packets from other nodes. This prevents firewall ports from being placed in a blocking state, which is ensure uninterrupted traffic flow. Suppose this node sends, or there is a switch sends the STP packet, then it will same send to the that node, means the switch. It does not check or change anything, means the Palo Alto firewall ports or Palo Alto firewall does not participate in STP. I hope you all got my point. Okay. And if you want to learn more about the VLANs in depth, so I already created a post as well. Okay. You can check on my website. Now let's configure our lab. So now let's own our Palo Alto firewall. It will take some time, I hope. Admin. The normal username password is admin, and I think Yeah, so these are the configuration we have to write in our Palo Alto firewall. So let's start. First configure, then set device config, system type static. We have to give that IP address now. 192.168.11.1. Then net mask 255.255.255.0. Now default gateway. These are the same. Then commit. Now we have to configure the IP address on our Linux node, and these are the commands here. Terminal IP address, sorry, IP address add 92.168.11.11/24-ens3 IP link set ens3 up IP route add default via. Now let's open our web browser and let's check we can open it our Palo Alto firewall or not. HTTPS. Now the IP is 192.168.11.1. Now advance and proceed. Yeah, and our by default user credential is admin and admin. Now we will see our Palo Alto firewall dashboard here. So this is our Palo Alto firewall dashboard. Now we have to configure 1/2 and 1/3 in a VLAN 10, 2 and 3. Okay, so let's start. Now on interface type, we have to select layer 2. The net flow file is none. The VLAN, we have to create a VLAN, which is called the VLAN 10. Now we have to create a security zone, which was the inside zone VLAN 10. And this type is layer 2. Now, okay. Okay. The third interface type is layer 2. Net profile is none. Now we have to select the VLAN, which was the VLAN 10. Now the security zone is inside zone VLAN 10. Advanced is it's normal. We didn't have to select anything or change anything. Okay. And if we go inside that zone, this these are the zone we can created. And as you can check there, this is a layer 2. So this is the most important, I hope. If we want to create a VLAN, so this type is a layer 2. Okay, let's first commit it, and we can checking it like our both nodes they will communicate or not. So first we will configure the IP. Now let's open the terminal here, and then we have to add the IP address. We have to give the command /24 IP link set ans3 up. Now let's check the IP. Here is 10. Okay. Uh, this is the 10, and now on this we have to give the 10.11 IP address at 10.11 24 ENS 3 IP link set ENS3 up IF config. This is the 11. Now let's check. First we have to ping it 10.10. Now as you can check here, it is pinging. Okay, so now our VLAN is working, is fine. Both nodes, they will talk to each other on a layer 2 basis, on a layer 2 interfaces. Now we have to configure the SVI so they will go to internet. First, we have to give the default gateway so they will through the SVI go to internet. Okay, so now let's configure the IP over the SVI. Okay, so now as you already know, we created the zone. Now we have to create a VLAN for the inside layer 3. So we can go to outside. So VLAN 10, net profile is none. VLAN is we already configured it. VLAN 10 on a virtual router, we have to select the default and now the security zone. We have to create a new security zone, which was the layer 3. So it will use like as a SVI switch virtual interface. Name will be, we can give like outside VLAN 10, and as you can check, type is the layer 3. Now about the IP address, we have to give that static IP address, which was 192.168.10.1. Okay, now this is which I configured it. Okay, so Jones is already there, VLANs is already there. So now let's commit it down. Now, while it's committing, we have to also configure that interface as a layer 3 or it will get the IP address from the our DHCP because it is as a DHCP client. Okay. So now let's interface and this is the 1/1. Let's configure it. It's a layer 3 default. We have to create a new security zone for that, which was outside. And the IP address, it is a DHCP client, so it will take the IP and another is remain the same. Okay, so through the DHCP it will take the IP address, and now we have to create a policy which is a security policy uh, inside to outside, we can say that. Now here we have to select the layer 3 security zone outside VLAN. No, not security zone means the layer 3 zone, because in a security policy we can configure a layer 3 zone, because from a layer 2 we cannot go to layer 3. From layer 3 we can go to layer 3. So the destination will be the outside. This is a normal security policy. Now we have to configure a NAT or like pat, we can say that. Inside to outside pat. Then packet source will be our side VLAN 10. Destination our outside. Translated packet our pat. Address type which was our interface address. Interface our, I think there is a one. Yes. And now IP address none because it will uh, take the IP from DHCP. Okay, network is okay. Now let's commit it down. I hope on a VLAN I already gave the IP. Yes, I already gave the IP. Now let's give the default gateway. So after default gateway, they will go on a internet. So IP route add default via I think 10.1. Yes. Now let's ping 8.8.8.8. Yes. Through web browser, we can also check that. Suppose we want to search, go to Rajneesh Kumar.pro. Yeah. So as we can check here, it is opening our website. And if we want, I think this is, we already gave it. Yeah. So now if we want to check it on that node, so we can also give that IP IP route add default 10.1, I think, if I'm not wrong, via, now let's try with the ping. Yeah. So on this as well, we can check through the web browser or terminal. We can go to internet. As you can check there, our website is opening here. So this is basically our video, today's video. I hope you all like this video. If there is any issues or misconfiguration or is anything you didn't like or anything wrong, either related to my knowledge, so I'm also a learner because I'm a beginner. So I hope you got my point and thank you for watching this video. Have a nice day. Thank you all.